Meine wings! Oh, they're beautiful!
Hey guys, did you know the animal kingdom has been inspiring man and boggling the minds of scientists before any of us can remember? A topic that has tormented inventors throughout the years is flapping flight. Today in this podcast, we will introduce to you insect-like flapping flight by covering these 4 topics: the history, how it all works, discoveries and developments, and current and future applications. Your host, Jason, Calvin, Keith, Connor, and Emma, formerly known as J-Dog, Dr. Kelvin, Bosco, The Wizard, and Emma, hope that you gain a detailed yet brief understanding of the fundamentals behind insect-like flapping flight and what the future has in store. But more importantly, we hope you enjoy it. Before we unravel the science and bring you on a journey of discovery, let's take a step back and have a look at the history and see some attempts in the field where it all began.
Thanks J-Dog for that great introduction. Hello, I'm Bosco, and I'm going to try and take you through the history of insect-like flapping flight. Going right back to Greek mythology, there was a man called Icarus, and he had a vision to fly which came from watching the birds and insects around him. This led him to fashion a pair of wings resembling that of what he had observed, and he made his way toward the sun. However, legend has it he wasn't very successful. Leonardo da Vinci was another enthusiast who dreamt of flying. He often filled the margins of his notebooks with sketches of his out-of-the-box ideas that one day he hoped would bring him to the skies. One of the most interesting of these ideas was his flapping light aircraft, scientifically known as an ornithopter. Many others throughout history suffered from similar delusions of grandeur. Take the Marquis de Bacqueville, for example. In the 18th century, the Frenchman attempted to fly across the River Seine using large animal-like wings attached to his hands and feet. Unfortunately, he leaped from his mansion and crash-landed on a barge, breaking his legs. Poor fella. It wouldn't be an aerospace engineering lecture without mentioning the Wright brothers. So now that that's done, let's move on. Only joking. These 2 gentlemen were the pioneers of aerospace engineering, and it was all thanks to the natural occurrences of animal flight, which they studied immensely to engineer their preliminary craft. So, what's happened since then? How far have we got in understanding insect-like flapping flight? What even is insect-like flapping flight?
Thanks, Bosco. That was a great start, but I think I can take it from here. Hey everyone, Dr. Calvin's here with some science. The doctor is in. Let's take a basic airfoil in a control volume with a constant airflow being passed over it. This creates a pressure difference resulting in lift, drag, and resulting force. However, the airfoil's blunt edge causes adverse suction force, acting like so. Let's say this compares to insects. They have thin wings, which means it can be represented as a flat plate. With the same airflow as before, we have the lift, drag, and resultant forces acting in the same direction. However, this is where the magic happens. The suction force is still being produced, but this time it is acting normal to the flat plate's upper surface due to the vortices acting on the sharp leading edge. But only if it was that simple. In reality, insects don't keep their wings still. They keep their bodies still and move their wings backwards and forwards in figure of 8. As their wings move forward against the airflow, the angle of attack gradually increases towards maximum lift. Before reaching the point of stall, the wing is turned back, travelling with the flow, and then the process is repeated.
Wait, what? I don't understand.
Okay, let's look at it from a different angle. Its angle of attack increases until maximum lift, but at this maximum lift, it avoids any bad stall characteristics by reversing their wings. Get it?
I get it now. Thanks, Dr. Calvin.
Good. Let's move on.
But not all insects fly the same, Dr. Calvin. Hi guys, it's Emma with some fun facts. Did you know that 90% of the Earth's animals are insects? And there's over 1 million different documented species. Of course there's going to be differences, especially where the wings are concerned. Some have 2 wings, some have 4, some can operate each one individually, some have one set thicker than the other, some have one pair smaller than the other, some wings are above the abdomen, some are embedded into the main body. Yeah, I think you get the idea. Remarkably, mosquitoes can flap their wings up to 600 times a second, but can only reach a speed of 2 miles per hour. But more impressively, dragonflies can travel up to 50 miles per hour and withstand forces of 9G. Let's try to understand how this is possible. The muscles in dragonflies pull directly on their wings, enabling each of the 4 wings to be operated independently in both directions.
Hold on, but surely that would make them less efficient.
Oh, Emma, can I answer that question?
Sure, J-Dog, take it away.
Scientists have proven that by operating the 2 wing sets at different times, there's a certain timing that makes this set 20% more efficient than conventional 2-wing bodies.
Great answer, J-Dog.
Okay, so then how do the wings withstand such high speeds?
Emma, stick that kettle on. I got this answer too. At a certain velocity, thin insect wings begin to automatically vibrate, making it impossible to glide quickly. To combat this, dragonflies have a complex aerodynamic structure built into their bodies called a how do you say that, guys?
It's a pterostigma.
It's Latin for wing mark. I'll have milk and 2 sugars, J-Dog. This heavy dark cell sits on the leading edge of the wing and ensures that the vibrations don't start until much higher airspeeds. Impressive, eh? Watch out for one next time you spot a dragonfly. At the other end of the insect flying world, butterflies are slow and gracious. They still have sharp-edged wings, which allow quick rotation, but their larger wing area restricts them in fluttering the wings as fast as others. But the larger wing area also allows for more lift. So with every swooping motion of their wing, they continue to produce more and more lift, projecting them forward and up. It is this overlift that gives the butterfly its unique, jerky, tumbling leaf motion that butterflies are known for.
Now that you're all experts in the theory, let's explain some of the practicalities. And who better to do this than the wizard himself?
Thanks, Bosco. Hi guys, it's the Wizard here. Let's keep well. Insect flight has unearthed a new era of aerodynamic research that is still very much in its premature stages. First attempts to understand flapping wings assume steady state flight. The wing was divided into a large number of motionless flapping positions and analysed at each point, making it possible to create a timeline of instantaneous flight. Unfortunately though, the lift calculator was around 3 times smaller than it actually had to be in order for an insect to fly. We couldn't understand why. The only explanation for this was that the flow had some unsteady phenomenon. Therefore, the fluid could not be analysed using steady state conditions. It is not practical to use conventional flight methods in order to analyse this type of flow regime. Therefore, methods such as computational fluid dynamics have been designed and developed in order to model an insect's flying characteristic phenomenon. With this still being in the early stages, there is clearly decades of discoveries yet to be revealed and will no doubt be discovered with the continuing and persevering nature of universities and research facilities around the world. Here you can see one of the first piloted ornithopter attempts by University of Toronto, and Harvard's RoboBee will hopefully be used in a variety of applications such as search and rescue, military surveillance and traffic monitoring. Flapping flight clearly has endless opportunities.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap
For flapping flight. The future of flap-wing aircraft isn't limited to this world. The atmosphere on Mars is comparable to that experience at an altitude of over 100,000 feet on Earth, and the Entomopter is a type of ornithopter that was designed to fly in these conditions for a Mars surveying mission, named the Mars Flyer. The prototypes tested on Earth are smaller than they will be operating on Mars due to the differing Reynolds number regimes. The larger versions will also be proportionally lighter on Mars because of the lower gravity. So, how does it work? The Entomopter's rapidly flying wings make surveying easy as it can fly slowly and can also land and take off vertically, ideal for the rough terrain of Mars. It produces abnormally high lift compared to that of a fixed-wing equivalent, in part due to the leading-edge vortex phenomenon. A fixed-wing aircraft would have to travel at 250 miles per hour just to produce the lift required to fly on Mars, which is much too fast to be of any use in surveying and precludes any sample gathering. So, to wrap up, we firstly hope you enjoyed our podcast and learnt a little too. Here are some of the main points to take away.
Since 1485, mankind has been analysing insect flapping flight.
A main part of this is how to model the airflow over an insect wing.
Extensive research is going on and beginning to answer this question.
Keep your eyes in the sky.
You never know what you might see very soon.
So guys, as future engineers, we hope this topic has stimulated a thirst for more. Insect-like flapping flight has an abundance of endless opportunities, and we hope this podcast has intrigued you to take further interest. Thanks for listening, and goodbye from your hosts, Emma,
J-Dog.
Bosco,
Wizard.
and Dr. Kelvin.
Bye.
Oh, that's terrible. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Oh, no, no. Go again. Bit more strength.
Hold on, but surely that would make them less efficient.
Oh, Emma, can I answer that question?
Sure, J-Dog, take it away.
Well, apparently not. Oh, sake.
Here, you just do your bit.
What are you laughing at?
And made his way toward. Oh, for
Take a basic airfoiling. Take a basic airfoil in a control volume with a constant. I hate you all.